Good day all, my name is Chibikoba.
And I'm Julian Duru.
Abdul Karim Taib.
We are here to present a project plan for the development of an e-commerce solution for a company called Tristar. The agenda, we need to identify the problem, we need to set our project goal and objectives, implement a project management methodology, adopt a software development lifecycle. We need to use an open source project management tool to develop our Gantt chart, and we're going to calculate our cost accounts at the end and talk about the payment schedules for our clients. We're going to identify our risks and produce a risk register. The problem, Tristar is a company in Nigeria, Abuja to be precise. They deal on furniture. Recently, they've been losing clients because most of their orders are coming from phone calls, but now they don't have an e-commerce website where customers can actually order online. And that's where we come into play, so we can produce an e-commerce solution for them. Our aim of this project is to build a robust and scalable e-commerce website which can allow the customers to improve their company sales and market shares, have the customers access to their products and improve their customer satisfaction and meet their customer needs. We're going to be implementing a project management methodology, and we're going to be using an agile methodology for our implementation. This is going to serve as our implementation strategy. And during the phases of agile, we're going to talk about the brainstorming stage. During the brainstorming stage, we are going to talk about all the activities we need to do to carry out this project and to make it a success. Think about what needs to be done and when it has to be done. Gather the whole requirements required for the success of this project. We'll now move ahead to the design. We make a quick design and have a prototype of the software. And we move ahead to the development phase. In the development phase, we are going to actually do the development and the building of the website. Here we are still going to involve the customers and actually have a series of iterations to ensure that the website is in accordance with customer needs and requirements. When we are done with the development stage, we are going to do a quality assurance to check if there are any errors and to actually correct any error or any bugs or defects on the software. Then when we are through and satisfied with the quality of the software, we are going to deploy. On the deployment phase, we are going to conduct a series of seminars and trainings, which is going to actually enable the users know how to use the software and be familiar with the interfaces. Reasons for using an agile methodology. Agile methodology is a responsive methodology. It actually involves customer collaboration and produces a quality product on time and within budget. My colleague is going to talk about the software development lifecycle.
Okay, we are going to use rapid prototyping for our software development lifecycle because of various reasons, and these are the reasons. And before I go into this, I'm going to talk about the lifecycle itself. First of all, the first step is to gather the requirements. Then the second is quick design. Then the next one is the prototype. Then the customer evaluates the prototype. If the customer is unsatisfied at this stage, we'll go back to refining requirements, then goes back to quick design and build prototype. And the customer evaluates the product again, and if it's satisfied with design, we implement the test and maintain. So these are the reasons why we're using rapid prototyping. First of all, because we are designing a website for our client, rapid prototyping is very effective in the sense that you design the website. So once we build the prototype of the website, we'll give the customer to evaluate, to test if the website has the requirement of what the customer wants, and if the customer doesn't like it, refine it and go back again until the customer is satisfied. Then if it comes to, this is the same thing, the second one is highly beneficial when it comes to systems that use user and business owners, because the business owners need to know what we're building. So when the business owner gets to see the prototype and they like it, they approve it, and then we design. Then the third one is saves cost and time. Based on, once you're using this rapid prototyping, okay, let's imagine we're using a traditional method. Traditional method is like you just build and then give the customer. At the end of the building, the quality of that product is unknown. But once it comes to prototyping, if we're using prototyping to do this, it saves cost based on once you build and you show the customer evaluates it and then tell you to go ahead and build, and at the end of everything you save the cost and time. And then it helps define requirements, because sometimes the customers, they don't know what they want. And in the case where they don't know what they want, the developer will build and show them, and if they like it, they go ahead and they continue. So my colleague is going to come and talk about the Gantt chart.
Thank you, Julian. As we can see, this slide presents our choosing for the project management tool, which is Open Approach. Actually, Open Approach is a free open source tool for project management. In addition, it is considered as an alternative to Microsoft project tool. Also, it's an ideal solution for the project management. On top of that, it is compatible with lots of operating systems such as Linux, and Mac, or Windows. Open Project, it has a lot of features as expected to have from the other project management tools, such as Gantt chart and network diagram. As we can see from this slide, there is a table of comparison that is going to justify our choosing for the Open Approach. We have here Open Approach, Microsoft Project Management, and the features. If we look at the cost, Open Project is free, as I mentioned earlier, and Microsoft Project Management costs $58. The max number of users is limited here in Microsoft Project Management, whereas it's unlimited in Open Project. We have here the project management features. They are identical apart from the calendar, which is here, which Microsoft Project Management has it, and Project Open Project hasn't got it. If we look for task management features, add contacts, they are in both task history. To-do list, it's not in Open Project, and also add notes, it's not in Microsoft Project Management. Both of them, they are user-friendly interface. This slide illustrates the Gantt chart of a project production plan based on software development life cycle that mentioned earlier. So it has many stages. Start with planning and end with the deployment phase. The planning phase, it lasts for 19 days. It's assigned to project manager. Gathering requirements, 40 days. Requirement analysis is going to do it. Design prototype, it lasts for 40 days, and it's located to web designer. Even web designer, he will do the design phase that will last for 29 days. Then implementation phase, which will last for 48 days, and also the web developer will be charging of doing this. Then we have testing phase, will last for 19 days. It's assigned to a particular tester. Then last phase, which is the deployment phase, technical manager will be in charge of this, and it will last for 7 days. Now here we are going to look at the phases in details. If we look at the planning here, under this planning we have the scope definition, then will state our aim and objectives of the project, and then analyzing risk and identifying risk registry. So then this phase should be end by the 2nd of January, which is the milestone. Then we look at the gathering requirement. It has lots of tasks to do, and as I mentioned, the requirement analysis will be doing these tasks. It starts with the interview and client and collect documents, then draw the first version of the data flow diagram. Afterwards, we will start with the second interview client and collect documents. So then we will draw the second version of the data flow diagram. After finishing this, we'll start with the draw use cases, then identify business requirements. Afterwards, then determine function and non-functional requirements for the software. So all of these tasks, it has got the milestones, which will be on the 19th of February 2014. Now we have the iterative design, a prototype. This is iterative stage. It will start with the quick design for interface. It will last for this period. Then we'll start with the building. Prototype will start after you give a chance for designing the prototype. Then the client evaluation of the prototype start after. Refine requirements, then we give the time. So this will be iterated for until the end of this phase. We've got here the design phase, which consists of design class diagram, design database, design GUI and functionality. So, and the milestone of this phase, which will be on the 5th of June. So now my colleague Stephen will carry on with the remaining phases.
When we are through with the design phase, we're going to do the implementation phase, and the implementation phase, we're going to build our user interface, build system functionalities, and create a database, and also generate codes, run backup and recovery. This phase is going to end on the 12th of August, and there will be the milestone for this phase. And next, we'll have our testing phase. In our testing phase, we are going to test all we have done. We're going to test the user interface, we're going to test the system functionalities, test the database, and test the backup and recovery. And finally, we're going to conduct a security test on our e-commerce. And it's going to end on the 9th of September. Then once testing is done, we're going to do our deployment phase. The clinical manager will be the one to handle the deployment phase, which is going to conduct a series of trainings and do the system installation. This is going to end on the 17th of September, and this is the last date. My colleague is going to talk about the cost accounts.
Okay, these are the different stages. Then when you see here, this is the manager, the requirement analyst, the web designer, and the rest of them. So the manager, it's earning £40 per hour. So in the planning, and the manager takes charge of the planning phase. So £40 per hour, we have 95 hours. If you multiply £40 by 95, the manager will be earning £3,800. So the requirement analysis stage, the requirement analyst is taking care of that, and he earns £25 per hour. And the whole, in the Gantt chart, if you notice from the Gantt chart, the total is 200 hours. And if you multiply that, you get £5,000 for the rest of them. And then the total will end up getting 30,675. That's the amount that's spent on the project. Next slide, please. So the total charge for the project we're going to charge our clients is £40,000. So this is how the payment schedule is going to be like. Well, after gathering requirements, we're going to collect 10% of £40,000, which is £4,000. After the design prototype, we're going to collect 20% of £40,000, which is £8,000. So that's how the whole this will go through. So this is how it is. And so here, what we have here is the risks register. These are the possible risk. Here is the probability of the risk occurring. Here is the impact. Here is the mean, and here is the mitigation. The probability of occurrence is like 1 is low, 2 is medium, and 3 is high. The same applies here. When it comes to the mean risk, we have the probability of occurrence, that's PO, plus an impact divided by 2. That you get the mean risk. So let's start with the first one, which is the change in user requirement. Probability of the change in user requirement is 2. The impact, if it happens, is 2. If you add the two of them, it's 4. 4 divided by 2, 2. So how to take care of this risk is constant meeting with the users. The second is the personnel hiring and shortfalls. Maybe a key staff in the project is sick, or some shortfalls abandon the project before the project is concluded. Probability of occurrence is 3. That's high, and the impact, if it happens, is 3, which is high. So the mean risk is 3, which is also high. So to take care of this is to hire extra staff for the critical part. Maybe pay a contractor to put on standby in case there's anything like that. The next risk is the unrealistic schedules and budgets. Probability of occurrence is 2, the impact is 3, the mean risk is 2.5, which is medium. Then adding extra time to the project deadline and cost. You add when you're scheduling, you add extra time to the client's schedule. So the last one, or the second to last, is the user platform incompatibility. That's after the project, after creating the website, and if there's a problem, probability of occurrence is 1. The impact is going to be 3. So the main risk is 2. So how to take care of this is to conduct proper training for the users. And the last one is the real-time performance shortfall. That's when the website starts working and all of a sudden it stops. Probability of occurrence is 1. The impact is 3. It's going to hit the project real big, and the mean risk is 2. So how to take care of that is the regular checks and maintenance. So in conclusion, we've been able to achieve our aims and objectives by implementing agile project management methodology and rapid prototyping, which we achieved business value for 3-stars company. We increased the sales of their market shares. We improved customer satisfaction. These are our references, and below it we have the link for the open project. So once you click here, you'll be able to get the open project, the Gantt chart. Thank you.